We know that Macau regulators have already visited Wynn. What do we know that they might do next?
Well, bear in mind that this is not the only regulatory body that's scrutinizing the situation. We've had the Massachusetts Gaming Commission reviewing what has happened based on a mid-2019 casino opening in Boston, and also the Nevada Gaming Commission is looking at this. So there are at least 3 different subsets of regulatory scrutiny that put pressure on the board to evaluate and potentially do something.
What happens to that inquiry in Nevada and Massachusetts? If they come out with penalties against Wynn, how could that affect what they're doing in Macau?
Unclear how it affects what happens in Macau, but we would be wary of any development that affects concerns about the licensing suitability of Mr. Wynn or any part of the company with respect to new developments. So it's certainly an overhang. Because
there is new development about to be started, but I want to ask you, the new commissioner is a woman and was just really, put into the post, this month, in fact. So how does somebody like that, who hasn't been on the gaming board, how do they go about evaluating this, and what might her allegiances be, and how can she impact the process that the whole board will have to go through?
Right. Well, in Nevada, it's one of many things they have to think about. In the past, when there have been regulatory scrutinization of gaming developments that has to do with financial dealings or other types of business misconduct, this is more of a personal dimension. The real issue, I think, is in Massachusetts. Relatively new gaming market, new gaming commission that'll be under particular scrutiny as to how it responds to a casino that's not opening until 2019, and to what extent their deliberations put pressure on the Wynn Resorts board, which is the ultimate arbiter of what happens at the company in terms of succession.
So what's the relationship between Steve Wynn and his casino company? How much of it does he own?
Sure. So Steve Wynn personally owns 12% of Wynn Resorts. Wynn Resorts, for its part, owns 72% of Wynn Macau. So he has a significant stake, although it's not a majority control, but he's obviously very much involved as the founder, visionary, developer of his casinos.
And his name is on all of the buildings.
His name is on all the buildings in the form of his signature.
Exactly, right. Much like, President Trump's name is on his buildings, and obviously lots of other moguls have their name on their buildings. But I do want to ask you, what happens if Steve Wynn walks away, like, say, Harvey Weinstein did? Does everything? It seems to be a very different case. This is a much stronger company still. The Weinstein company was having difficulties before now.
This is a strong connection. I mean, is evidenced by nothing else than the 10% percentage decline in the stock price of Wynn Resorts on Friday, and another 5 to 6% today. So obviously there is an embedded understanding of the significance of Mr. Wynn's persona as it relates to the company's future. And I think the stock price is already reflecting that.